I had so many thoughts. I felt like I should react to this or give a review of it each time an episode dropped. But then episode one dropped, and I was like, no, I felt like the entire review would make sense after everything dropped. So that's why we're here today. Hello, guys, welcome to Tea or Pepper Soup, another review episode. Today, we're going to be reviewing Demi Lovato's Dancing with the Devil. Yes. So, like I said, I did initial reaction of the trailer. I mean, we knew I'm going to drop a card up here for my reaction of the trailer. But when I saw the trailer, I knew like a lot of tea was going to be spilled. I didn't just know like how much tea. Disclaimer, I'm like, I have never experienced or known anybody who has struggled with drug or any form of addiction. So it's not like I'm not seeing this, or I'm not watching that tell a story from a knowing standpoint. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but even at that, I watched the series and I cried, especially in episode 2. I was like, what? There was so much that was revealed. I'm trying to do this review because I just finished the entire thing. I'm trying to do this review and actually give respect to it. Now, in episode 3, I feel like I should put this up there because that's the freshest thing in my mind right now. In episode 3, when she said, after sort of Ron signed her on to his team, and then she went back to heroin just weeks after she survived a OD, or weeks after she got out of rehab. At first, I'm there thinking like, girl, you almost died. You can't even drive. Your vision is not all the way there. We don't even know if it's going to ever get all the way there. You had strokes and heart attack. How are you going back to do this thing? I didn't even think this made any difference, but to the same person who actually sexually assaulted you that same night. So that's why I said I've never been in a situation where I have to deal with an addict. I don't know what to think. I don't know what it feels like to be close to someone who's an addict. But that was the first place my mind went to. Like, I'm not typically a judgmental person, but that was it. It was to pass judgment. Like, what are you thinking? Like, a near-death experience wasn't rock bottom enough for you. I kept watching the series and seeing a case manager talk on it, and was like, even though that would be like the instinctive reaction the person would have, I'm not sure that would be the helpful reaction. So I guess the helpful reaction will be like, you must be going through shit to go back to that thing that almost killed you. But why that is hard to come to terms with, I'm getting somewhere with this because at one point the producers asked the friends and family, like, have you ever thought about giving up on her? And most of them were like, no, never. I mean, for the super or the ex-super companion, I could understand that. That's a job. But for everybody else, I don't know why I say this. I felt they were not being honest. I only watched the series. I didn't even experience it with that. And I'm like, she's friends, she's family. I probably wouldn't like abandon her. But come on, I would think it. I would even say, I would even threaten it at a point. And thank God for the sister that said, yeah, she thought about that. Because I feel like it's the human thing to do. Like, sometimes shit gets too big. It's like, you know what? You deal with your shit yourself. I am done. And you listen to this documentary, because that's what it is, and and so many of them song kind of makes sense to you. Like you listen to Daddy Issues with new lenses on or new headphones on, or at least for me. And I didn't care if her father was an addict. I didn't, like, you never know what the full situation of things were. But the fact that she lost her father like that, that is crazy. Like, was the man so far gone that your family and friends just abandoned you, that you were dead for days and nobody noticed? And for a child to find that out days after Father's Day or within the Father's Day week, I felt that that was crazy. Like, that shapes and changes a person. And obviously, you can see in Demi's life as well. I felt like the series brought a lot, but there was something, I don't know, maybe I'm being petty or maybe I'm not seeing the bigger picture. I felt like I wish she would have named names. Yes, I think people have a picture or an inkling of what who the drug dealer is, but I feel like a name should have been dropped. Then she said when she was still in Disney, someone assaulted her. Her first time wasn't consensual. I mean, that was crazy. Her first time wasn't consensual, and this was during the time when she and the Jonah brothers were doing the purity ring thing. I'm like, girl, we need names. I don't know how dangerous it would have been for her to name names or drop a name. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't your choice. I don't care if people were making out, but you said no, you should have stopped there. And this person assaulted you, you even told somebody else, but they still let you walk with this person day in, day out. And there's something, I think I was watching, what was I watching? I don't know if it was a movie, I can't remember exactly, but it had something to do with people that suffer from addiction and how they can be self-destructive. And I feel like with this Demi's documentary kind of plays into that, saying even when the person assaulted her, she felt like she was going to take control back, and then she called this person, and of course she didn't get satisfaction from that. And that was years ago. She repeated the same thing with that same drug dealer. So I'm like, some things just don't work. And then we get to Scooter Brown. I don't have anything against Scooter Brown as a person. I don't know him enough to, apart from the drama with him and Taylor Swift, and I'm not that huge of Taylor Swift fan to put a judgment on that either. But I do love her song like crazy. So I felt as a human being, the whole documentary, or at least the way then it tells the story of, oh, you brought him into his team when you just went through an overdose scare, and then you went back on the same drugs, and his first reaction was like, I don't want this girl to fall into the wrong hands. I felt like, as a human being, that was, I saw him in you, like, let me just say it that way. Like, I saw him like a good person, if that was what he was thinking at first thought when she told him about that. Because me, from my standpoint, I was like, nope. I mean, I was already skeptical joining the team, and if you're going to go back on all the things you said when I was joining the team, and you going through what you went through to be doing this weeks later, I rather not join the team. But I guess that's why these people are around her, because these are the kind of people, or they know the types of things or things to say, situations put her in. I don't know, they know best, basically. Speaking of knowing best, I had a problem with episode 1 and episode 2, so part of episode 3, when they kept saying, oh, our other team, they restricted her, our other team, they controlled her, they controlled what she ate, they controlled, of which even before the series ran up, I've seen things of interview clips coming out, which say, oh, they controlled everything I do, the food I eat, not having any drugs or alcohol around her. I understand that. I mean, it didn't work at the end of the day. I understand what they mean, but I felt like everybody kept saying that like it was a bad thing, and I don't think former team were. I felt like of it came from a place of love. You understand? When you've tried everything else, you like, if she doesn't see it, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, get it out of there. So did it work? No. I don't think they were all just trying to control her. They were just trying to, it might not be the best option, but I guess we're just trying to take her away from the bad situations or things that brings about the bad choices in her life. And I was glad at the end of, or towards the end of episode 3, she said, she saw it from my standpoint of view, because every time people said that during the entire document, I was like, okay, fine, they be controlling, but why is that a bad thing? It didn't work. I felt it's something, depending on how they carried the thing out, it would have been something that should work. Or maybe she's, different strokes for different folks. Maybe she's one of those people that don't need any of those, but still at the end of the day, I didn't just see why those people were kind of vilified for putting such restrictions on her. But I'm glad she kind of said that when we were doing those things, it came from, she thinks some of it came from a place of love. I was happy to hear that. What else did I pick from this entire documentary? At the end of the day, the girl is strong. Okay, now I was watching an interview, and from the interview I realized she's not presently sober. I think she drinks, she says she drinks alcohol in moderation now, and also marijuana. I have to be honest, as a fan, I am scared. I don't know, I'm scared. Like, I don't know how that much to be like, oh, she can see this through, but from certain things I've heard of addicts, I don't know. It kind of makes me scared. But I feel like at the same time, with all they said in the documentary about the restriction thing not working for her, hopefully taking things in moderation works for her, not to overdo things. I don't know if that makes sense. But I have to say, as a fan, I'm kind of skeptical with her still indulging one way or the other in this whole thing, but at the same time, I'm hopeful that it works for her. Then they also teased during the trailer. They showed the part where she was like, "Oh, I'm engaged," and then she was like, But I noticed during the documentary they didn't touch on that. Of I'm not mad about that. It's kind of personal. I mean, we all came here to hear about near-death experience, how she came to that place and all that. So I wasn't really mad about that. Now, there's something else I wondered when the series started, and then her friends were there, assistant, yada yada yada, everybody that were giving their own take, because one way or the other they were there when she was experiencing this thing. I'm like, how did nobody get blamed for this? Because people always look for someone to blame. Only because whenever those things happen, after I found out she survived, I didn't really follow the other noise surrounding the overdose story, because I must be honest, at the end of the day, the stars, they are human beings. That's why I was so ready for this documentary, because she was saying it from her side of the story. It wasn't just the media narrating what they think happened. That said, of course, someone was blamed. I feel bad for yeah, I think it's ex choreographer and the ex super companion. I feel bad for them. I feel bad they got blamed, especially the choreographer saying she lost teaching jobs. Brands didn't want to work with her, and mind you, this thing happened in like 2019. That's more than a year. I know Demi was going through her own shit, but that can kind of hit me a bit. Like, someone's livelihood is on the line here. People are sending out death threats. I feel somebody, representative, should have come out and say something. But at the end of the day, I'm still happy the girl had a chance to clear her name. Like, look, I wasn't involved. Yes, she came to my birthday party. Yes, we parted, but we all went our separate way before what went down. So that kind of hit me that nobody thought to come out and like, I don't see why people would be blamed for other people's choices, but like I felt nobody came out to like defend those people, especially from Demi's team, to be like, no, because at the end of the day, that's their livelihood, and plus their reputation is at stake as well. Kind of felt okay that nobody came out to do anything sooner, and it took a documentary year plus later to kind of straighten that out. Anyways, at the end of it all, everybody's been mighty strong. A mom to deal with an addict ex-husband and now a child, the strength, and then Demi as well. So like, yeah, people went through shit. Anyways, that's it for my review on Demi Lovato's Dancing with the Devil. Oh, come to talk about the soundtrack, Dancing with the Devil. The entire song just came out. It was quite the listen. I loved it. Kind of had this dark edge side to it, but vocals were clear, which is Demi's thing. So yeah. So that's it for this reaction, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What do you like? I said the points of the documentary that hit me, like when other people's life have been affected by our choices. But at the end of the day, I felt the entire documentary as a whole was informative for people. Yeah, because drug dealer is a drug addict is telling a story. It's not just any drug addict, public figure for that matter. And I don't really think it's something that has been discussed openly like this before. So I felt like that was a good thing, and that's a plus for the documentary as a whole. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do leave a like, as it helps my channel a lot, and consider subscribing to my channel as well. Till next time.